Hi, Desperate Landscapes. My name's Kevin. This is my wife, Jessie.
Hi.
We're newlyweds. We met in college playing volleyball down in San Diego. We live in San Diego. This is our home.
Okay, go.
So we've been married for almost a year. I'm a software analyst. Jessie's an analyst at Wells Fargo. We both work full-time jobs, so one of the hindrances to that is our front yard looking like this. We could definitely use your help.
What we do for fun. He's a surfer. I love to do crafts and play with our sweet little puppy Marley. We are new to this marriage thing, and at times we feel a little bit overwhelmed when we drive home and see this hot mess of a yard. Clearly it needs a lot of work. But I mean, it's a big yard, and we honestly don't even know where to start. With us living in California, we have a drought problem, and obviously I would love to have a grass and perfect cookie cutter yard, but I know that that's not necessarily realistic. We love succulents. That's something that we had at our wedding as our centerpieces. We actually did them ourselves. And we kind of want that to translate into our front yard. We want to see something that's hip and fun like we are. We want it to be something that is easy to maintain but looks really cool. And where we live is in El Cajon. It's actually Fletcher Hills of El Cajon. And this neighborhood, we love it because it's close to my family. I grew up here. I was born and raised here, and family is really important to us. So with that being said, we want to start a family one day, and we feel like this is the perfect place to be, close by family, in San Diego with perfect weather. It's always sunny. We love to see, our friends and family who live close by, and that's why this is a perfect spot for us, and why we want to make this home feel like something we're proud of. And when we drive up, we want to be able to see that, because right now it doesn't really match our personality.
We're interested in low maintenance, but also having a really respectable yard that we're proud of when we come home from work every day. We would like to rebuild our retaining wall, install some irrigation. We want to redo the steps in the sidewalk area.
And let's kind of show you some of that.
Yeah. So here's our retaining wall that's pretty much fallen over. We want to redo this whole thing. I kind of pulled out some of the ivy. Obviously it's starting to grow back, which is one of the reasons we want irrigation to have low maintenance plants. Shrubs that also require low amounts of water, since we are in California and the drought is pretty real.
We have this amazing big tree here. We kind of have noticed that things die because it has that acidic pine needle to it. So we know that we could use some help, and obviously a lot of advice as to what's going to fix and what's going to actually work for us, and what will keep alive and stay healthy. Another area, come on closer.
Yeah, closer.
Another area is this really beautiful stair step. Obviously it doesn't have a lot of design aspect to it. It's just, straight up to the front door, and at the top we'll be able to show you that there's also another little walkway that goes to our driveway. But we want something that kind of has a cohesive look, that has a little bit more design to it, and we think that would be a huge benefit and really add that curb appeal to our front yard.
Yeah, and this would be a great opportunity to do something really nice that would look fun and welcoming, so when we have our guests over, they're welcome with a beautiful stair step. We're interested in redoing both walkways. We were thinking of putting a trellis here with some beautiful flowers. We half tried to do this before, put in some plants,
and half of them died.
Yeah. One of the things we're interested in doing is irrigation.
So we have this big wide open space. It has a lot of dirt and it doesn't look very pretty. Weeds are starting to pop up, and that's kind of where we need your help. We're not really sure what to do with it. So obviously this walkway is really boring. We see it as just a straight away, some of it's cracking, and it doesn't have any sort of design aspect. We were hoping for something that, you know, shows our personality, has a little curve to it, some sort of plants around it that make it look cute, something that people want to walk through, versus, you know, getting poked by these nice little plants that we planted about a couple years ago. We know it has a lot of opportunity, but we just need someone's advice. We know that we love succulents, we love those big agave plants, we love just the perennials and that sort of thing, but you know, we tried that on our own and obviously it didn't work because half of them died. And we really like having depth in a front yard, so having small plants and tall plants, things that have a real cute design aspect to it. I mean, we feel like we're young. Well, we know we're young. We're 28. I mean, in a year or two, we hope to have kids, and we want this to feel like a home that we're proud of, that we can drive up to, or have our friends over and feel like, oh my gosh, your yard, that looks great. Part of our wedding gifts, we asked for, you know, help on our front yard, and we've saved up some money, and we have a lot of Home Depot gift cards. And we're really excited to use them, but we don't really know what direction to take. Yeah,
we're lacking a plan. We could really use your help. So when I married Jessie, she owned this house, so I'm a relatively new homeowner. She was smart enough and lucky enough to choose a really good neighborhood.
At this point, we're a little embarrassed. You know, our neighbors have to see this terrible looking front yard every morning. They have to see the weeds grow and us not know what to do with them. And we want to make them feel proud. Obviously, we're young and we have a lot of young neighbors now, and we want our neighborhood to feel like it's growing and changing and becoming more of a young people's area.
So this is our side yard. We have no idea what to do with this area.
None.
We store our trash cans here. We have access to the backyard down here, but it's really hard to come up with a plan for this, since we haven't been able to come up with a major plan for this. And yeah, like I said, we both work full time, so it's really difficult to only work on the weekends or only be able to work on the house on the weekends and try and accomplish this big project. So we're looking for your help for that.
The other part is the front little part of our yard. So we have these pretty trees, but you know, again, some of the grass that used to be there is dying. We've seen some of the other yards where they have a lot of the pretty rocks, and obviously the grass doesn't grow through that. Obviously that's something that we think looks great, so we want to have something like that, but you know, we're open to ideas. We love hearing what people have to say, and knowing that you guys are the experts, we're totally open to what you guys can offer to us.
Yeah. We're in desperate need of help. Please come save us.
Save us!